of eyeliner under my eye. Hi guys, it's me. So right now I'm gonna share some theories on life with you guys because a lot of the time people don't think about how wonderful this life is. And I want to tell you guys how wonderful it is because a lot of us don't think, oh yeah, my life's so wonderful. I don't think that. I mean, most of the time I'm grateful because I get to eat food every day. And that's why. And sometimes you have to just keep in mind that the small things make life good. Like your animal. Your cat makes life good. Your mom makes life good. She cooks you dinner once in a while. She gets you a glass of water when you ask. There you go. Thanks, Mom. She pays all your bills because you live with her. That's me. Thanks, Mom. So, like, literally, stuff like this is taken for granted, and I think a lot of us just need to remind ourselves. We need to go, yeah, I'm taking this for granted. I'm taking life for granted because life is amazing, okay? Life is literally so abstract. It's so abstract that we're even possible to have a consciousness out of literally something like floating rocks in space with gas that glows and shit, and the sun that explodes every second. I don't know. It's just so weird that we live in this life and that we have this life. I don't know. A lot of people don't think about how weird it is. A lot of people just go by their day-to-day lives and go, yeah, I hate my life. That's what they do. They go, yeah, I'm driving to work. I hate my life. Like, literally, they do that. And I do that. I mean, I don't drive. I don't have a license, but, I definitely, have times where I'm like, well, time to die, time to shoot myself. I was just kidding. No, but I used to think like that. I used to be suicidal. I mean, I didn't try, but I definitely almost did. Almost. I was nearly there, but not quite. So, I'm going to tell you guys about my enlightenment. So, this is for the future to watch my videos, the future of the internet, because this is very important. It's enlightenment. So, the moment you become spiritually enlightened is the moment you're going to think you're absolutely batshit fucking crazy. You're going to go, yeah, I think God's talking to me, but I also think I'm fucking batshit crazy, because who the fuck thinks that? I'm going to tell you guys something. There's this little girl who was a painter. She used to paint pictures of Jesus, and she claimed that God told her to make those paintings. And now, I'm not talking about Christian God when I say God, I'm talking about the universe. I don't believe in Christian God. I believe in anything. I think anything you believe in is the right thing, okay? I think all religions are correct because of belief. Belief is the core to all religion, okay? Therefore, it is belief that makes it true. Just like manifesting, belief makes it true. Manifestation is a religion. Okay? It's a type of religion, sort of, because you believe in the possibility. Okay? And when you believe in the possibility of these things, it tends to make it happen. It tends to happen. I'm going to tell you guys about my past. And my past is not important. It's not, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, even though I've predicted the future too many times. And I know at this point I'm not crazy. So that's why I'm sharing this with you guys. So, here is the beginning of my story. Everyone listen. Everyone gather around on your little projector and look at me straight in the eyes, because I'm going to tell you a story about how I became spiritually enlightened. So, this starts from when I was little. This might be a long video, but I want you to listen to every single word, because this is the whole story of Scarlett Jewel Pacheco, who is now a fucking philosopher, and I know what it's like to become spiritually awakened, and I want you guys to know that you're not alone if you think you're crazy. You're not alone if you've been, socially isolated for a long time, because that was me. And I'm just going to share with you the story of me and my life, because I think that this is so important, because this is for the future of mankind to watch. When you're feeling lonely, when you're feeling like life is horrible, I don't know, when you don't believe in God, when you don't believe in anything, when you don't believe in the future. This is for you, okay? So we're going to start from when I was little. Now please listen, because this is so important. It's important. Trust me. So I was little, okay? Life was simple, okay? I didn't think too much. I really didn't think that much at all. I was a little kid, okay? I would play outside with the roly-polies. I just thought it was the best thing ever, I was like out in nature all the time with the sun blazing on my face. I said, yeah, I'm a kid. I'm going to play with the bugs. I played with the little roaches in Hawaii because there's roaches and I used to play with them. And, that's what I used to do. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I used to see at night, listen, I used to see these faces, okay? I'm not schizophrenic, okay? Just listen. It's about, I don't know what it is. It's about energy more than it is about anything else. So everyone listen. The static you see in the dark. I made videos on this about, on TikTok, about those faces I used to see in the dark. They were horror-esque, but now I'm telling you, like, the non-horror version, because it shouldn't be scary. Because it's about science, and it's about energy. And the fact that I saw it is absolutely insane. And my battery's at 15%, so hold on, I gotta go charge it. Okay, sorry about that. So, I have my phone on the charger now, so it won't die. So everyone, I'm telling you, sorry I just ran, telling you the story of me from the beginning to the end, which is right now. So, in the dark, I used to see these static, the static you see in the dark? The static would form into these staticky, smoky-looking faces whose mouths would open and they would rotate kind of like that until they got bigger and bigger, and then they'd eat me. Their mouths would eat me. And then, after they were done, they would reappear. Every single night, I saw those. And I just looked at them. I was like, why is this happening? Why am I seeing these ghost faces that like to eat me? Huh? Like, that literally makes no sense. But then, as I got older, I realized maybe that's sort of an evolutionary thing. Because we're animals. And we should be scared of the dark because of predators. And maybe that's God's energy telling you, hey, you should be afraid of the dark because something could eat you. Okay? That's what I think it was. So that is the first kind of scary spiritual thing that I've ever had happen. And I'm going to tell you the next scary thing. I was always spiritual, and I didn't know it because I was little. So I'm going to tell you guys, don't be afraid. I'm going to tell you guys the next thing. The next thing I saw was my mom had this canopy bed with a mirror on the top, okay? And I would sleep with her because she's my mom, and I was 5, okay? And I don't know, it was dark, okay? And I'd look in the mirror, and sometimes I'd look at her face in the mirror, and I'd just see this, like, kind of scary looking face. And I think it was because I was scared. I was imagining these things, but then again, it was also in my reality because of what I was feeling and what I was imagining. Okay? So, I also remember that exact night, I went to sleep, I think, and then I woke up, and then I saw a cat on the end of my bed, a white, fluffy cat that looks like the one I have now, except I was 5, and I got her when I was 13. And back then, we did not have any animals in that apartment. Animals weren't allowed. There was no way any animal got into our apartment. It was in Hawaii. There's not a lot of stray cats in Hawaii. Not fluffy white ones especially. So that is also, like, the cat was on the edge of my bed, and I was scared because I knew that we didn't have a cat. And I was just so afraid because I was like, why is this happening? Why am I seeing a cat when we don't have a cat? And I was 5. I have that much logic in my brain to know that we don't have a cat, and that's not normal, you know? So the cat just kind of got closer and closer. I mean, it just walked like a normal cat. It just looked like a cat, except it was in the dark, and it was fluffy and white, like the one I have now. Is that weird? I don't know. Maybe it was her. I don't know. But like literally, that was a cat. But we didn't have a cat. So I just closed my eyes and I just went to sleep. And then there was no cat in the apartment the next day. You know? Not at all. And this is important in my story because it was about energy. And it's about spiritual experiences, which is that. Energy is alive. Okay, and sometimes it can manifest into a scary experience. Like a spiritual, scary experience. And I don't want you to be scared because I'm going to tell you something. When I was little, I remember seeing those smoke faces, okay? And I'm going to tell you, when I was looking at them, something inside of me told me to face my fears, okay? It told me to face them and to not be afraid. Something inside of me told me that when I was 5, okay? And literally, I never saw those faces again, ever. After that voice in my head, whatever that was, God, told me to not be afraid. Okay, maybe that was God's energy. It was an experience. It was a spiritual experience. Yeah, it was scary, but there's something inside of me that told me to not be afraid. And I was always afraid of the dark. I was a kid, okay? Kids are afraid of the dark, but maybe there's a reason. Maybe that's why. Maybe they're seeing ghost faces, because that's what happened to me. And later on in my life, I asked someone if, they ever had anything like that, and they said they saw the exact same thing. The exact same thing. What are the chances of that? I don't know. The exact same thing? With the static in the dark and the faces going like this, opening their mouths and eating you? The exact same thing? Wow. That's awfully strange that you could see that too, huh? Yeah, that's awfully weird. Yeah, what are the chances of that if my brain's the only one doing that? If I had a mental illness, why are you seeing the exact same thing? Well, I don't know. That's a good question, right? So, there's that. And this is just the beginning of my story. I'm going to tell you the next part of my story, which is this girl named Anella. So, I remember, me and Anella were troublemakers. She was the troublemaker, and I hung out with her as a kid, is what I mean. So we would do things we were not supposed to do as children. Just things that were weird, off the wall, little kid, things that we would not, are supposed to be doing at all. So there's that. And it was because of her. Because I was not the one leading this, she was. Okay? So, I'm going to tell you, we were taking a shower together. This is important because it's about manifestation. We were taking a shower together, and I remember she said something along the lines of this. If you imagine something and you think about it, it appears in real life. And she goes, I'm going to think about a gecko. And then I go, oh, okay. And then she goes, look, there's a gecko on the wall. That's what I remember. And when I was younger, I just was like, oh, that didn't just happen. There's not just a gecko on the wall. You obviously saw the gecko before you said that. But as I got older, something in me kind of thinks about that more because I've had so many strange experiences that are unexplainable like that. So there's that. And I'm also going to tell you guys, please don't get scared about anything that I say, because this is my story from beginning to end. So there's that. And I'm only telling you the significant parts of my story that I remember, okay? Not the parts that you don't really need to know. I'm telling you the parts about how I became spiritually awakened. So everyone, after that, my mom, actually, I'm going to tell you about my aunt first. My aunt, she always used to lay down with me, and she would hold my hand. And she would go like this, and we would lay with our eyes closed, and she'd tell me to imagine and to visualize. She taught me how to visualize when I was 2 years old, okay? And literally, we would hold each other's hands, and she'd tell me to imagine her new house, and she told me to imagine a boat. And she said, what kind of boat is it? And I go, it's a yellow boat. And she goes, oh, okay. So after that moment, she bought a house, and in the backyard of the house, there was a yellow boat. A yellow boat. Now, my aunt remembers that story even to this day, and she still is like, what the fuck? She's like, oh my God, Scarlett, you're psychic. You told me there would be a yellow boat in the back of my house, and there's a yellow boat. I said, yeah, Auntie, I know. I've always been this way. I've always been this way. Do I know why? No. I think I'm just a spiritual being. I think I'm like Buddha, okay? I'm not saying that I'm more special than anybody, but I am saying that's how I feel. I feel like Buddha. I know that's fucking freaky, but I feel like Buddha. I'm sure everyone has this experience at least once in their life where they just feel like Buddha. But anyway, we're going to talk about the next phase in my life, which was me and my mom. Okay? Me and my mom. When me and my mom were talking, when I was 4 or 5, she was telling me to imagine a beautiful mansion, and to imagine pugs in the yard, and to imagine, the things that we have now. So she was telling me to imagine it. And then she said, Scarlett, we're going to make this a reality. And I go, okay, Mommy, we're going to make this real, yay! Literally, I feel a little bit sad right now talking about this. But literally, we got what we wanted. We got the giant mansion. We got the pugs in the yard. We got the Persian cats. Okay. And I got that cat that I saw at night. Yeah. Weird. So, there's that. I got the cat when I was 13. Okay? It's weird. Trust me. So, there's that. And we're talking about after middle school. We moved into our new house. 3 days after, we got a pug. Hooray! We got a baby pug. We named him Goliath. He's still alive to this day. He's turning 15. He's so old. I love him so much, my baby. But now we're talking about my social isolation period, which was long. And I'm telling you now, if you have been socially isolated for 18 years, well, you're not alone. Me too. Yay! Literally, pretty much. Okay, from the time I moved, pretty much to the time I graduated high school, I was literally practically no friends. I didn't hang out with anybody. All I did was think, especially after middle school, I think. I think after middle school hit, after I cut my hair and my social anxiety went up because I thought I looked like a boy, that is when I stopped having confidence and I stopped talking to people because I was afraid of what they thought about me. I was like, wow, these people probably think I'm ugly because I look like a boy. I have short hair. I look like a boy. And I only cut my hair because this is important. Listen, this is important. I cut my hair because I didn't know how to take care of it when I was little. Okay? Curly hair, look at it. It's hard to comb through this. And my mom always combed through it dry, and she didn't know. And that's why I always hated getting my hair combed, and that's why I would always scream. But now I know, use conditioner and always comb it in the shower only when you have water running and conditioner in your hair. Never do it outside of the shower, ever. Okay? Never. Pro tip. So, on to the rest of the story, this social isolation. I'm going to tell you guys about what happened. So, in middle school, I didn't talk to anybody. Like, I was so scared. And I'm going to tell you what. Yeah, people bullied me and called me ugly and did all this stuff. But maybe it's because of the way I felt about myself. And life acts like a mirror sometimes. It acts like a mirror, and it mirrors your energy sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Sorry about that. So, life acts like a mirror sometimes. And sometimes it mirrors the way you feel and projects it back onto you. Oh, I feel ugly. And then you go to work and all of a sudden people, like random customers go, oh, your lipstick looks like shit. Like that. That happens. You know, one time I went on a walk and I thought, God, my hair's ridiculous. Someone's gonna fucking tell me. And then literally the next second, a guy comes out of his house and goes, what kind of hairstyle is that, young lady? The next second. Is that a coincidence? No. It's because you're psychic. You know. Okay? You know. I know. I do, at least. I do, at least. Maybe not you, but I know I do. You know? But I'm going to tell you guys. The social isolation was a big step into the spiral of my manic depression and my horrible eating habits because I was definitely fat. And I really loved to eat because guess fucking what? Food at that time was the only thing that made me happy. Because I went to school, I was bullied, I was so depressed, so I came home and ate, and that fucking made me feel so much better, bitch! I just felt so much better. Yeah, I'm gonna eat, like, bitch. I'm not playing right now. I loved eating because it made me feel so good. It was my fucking cocaine. It was a drug that I took every day and inhaled that bitch. No, I'm not joking. I really inhaled that bitch every day. Pasta, pots of pasta, a whole bag of 52 pizza rolls. I ain't playing. And that was only for a snack. A whole bag of 52 pizza rolls was a snack for me. Am I joking? No. I lost a lot of weight. But I'm going to tell you something. During the time of social isolation, I had a lot of thoughts. And thoughts were the key. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Back in middle school, I remember being quiet, and I remember going through the hallway, and I was like, yep, another horrible day at school. I want to go home. And then there's this kid through the hallway. Every fucking day I hear him. What if God was one of us? And that song really spoke to me. He'd sing it every day. I said, yeah, I like this song. What if God was one of us? Like, literally. And then I was like, man, what if God really is one of us? I never thought it would be me. Okay? God is literally me. Bitch. Now, for those of you with actual consciousnesses out there, I'm not saying I'm the only one. I'm saying me, within all of us. Hello. But literally. So anyway, you know what I mean if you know what I mean. Sometimes you feel a little like God when you manifest, don't you? Well, that's because you are. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm like Einstein, bitch, except I'm black. Not really, I'm not. I mean, I'm a lot of things. I'm everything, bitch. But anyway, so yeah, this is a very important story, so listen. This is a story of me. This is my story, and I'm sharing it with you. The future of mankind. Oh, yeah. So happy. So, guys, literally, when I was younger, I would have a lot of thoughts. And I would just, think about sex. I'd think about mostly being ugly. And I would have a lot of those experiences. And I'd always have the feeling that people were looking at me. I don't know why I always thought people were staring at me. I don't know. I always thought, God, everyone's staring at me. Ugh. I don't know why I thought that. I really don't. But yeah. So, we're going to skip. Because during this time I wasn't talking. And that's all that was. And now we're going to skip to high school. Oh, yeah. So, in high school, I'm going to tell you guys a few things. In high school, on the bus, I would always think about the meaning of life. It took me a while to start thinking about that constantly, but every day I would think about the meaning of life. I would contemplate it every single day, in every single moment. Practically, be like, wow, why am I here? What is the meaning of this? You know, everything. I do spiritual equations in the fucking brain cells of my fucking universal sky up here. Literally, I don't know. But I'd literally just be like, yeah, what the fuck's the meaning of this? And I try to solve it. And there is not really a meaning except for what you have now. What you have now, what you have in the past, feelings are the meaning. Food is an enjoyable thing. Drinking water when you're thirsty, having a pet when you're lonely, that kind of thing is the meaning of life. To live is the meaning of life. Whether it's if you love eating, whether it's if you like to beat people up, whatever, I don't know. Sure, whatever. That could be the meaning for you, I don't know. Just please don't hurt anybody. That's really it. Just listen to me. This is an important story. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe it'll help you not feel so crazy, okay? Because I felt fucking crazy. I was like, God, I'm fucking crazy. But then again, I wasn't. So, we're gonna well, actually, we're gonna step back in time. I wanted to be friends with these certain people in middle school, and I just thought about it. And then, over the years and years, eventually me and these certain people that I wanted to be friends with kind of fell together. You know, we fell together and became friends, even if it was years and years later, because that's what happened. We weren't friends in middle school, but then we were friends in high school, kind of thing. It just kind of happened. They were like all these specific people, you know? And it just kind of happened. You know, the stars aligned and it happened. And even now, to this day, that has happened because I wanted to be friends with this certain guy at the gym. And then we ended up meeting at a bar years and years later. And literally, we became friends, bruh. That kind of thing. It still happens. You can wish for something and it'll happen years and years later. It still happened. It didn't it? Yes, it did. So, that's a part of it, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys about after I graduated. But we're going to step back and we're going to go back to when I was imagining and visualizing what my first boyfriend would look like. I was laying in bed one night when I was 14. I was like, I think the first guy I'll have sex with will have green eyes and he'll be tall, dark, and handsome. I was just thinking that because I was like, well, why not? I was 14. I was horny. You know, I was horny. I was ready to have sex. But I said that would be specific. Tall, dark, handsome, and green eyes. You know how many percent of people have green eyes? Like 2%. Okay? After I graduated, years and years later, 4 years later, okay? 4 years later, I was hanging out with my friends, and then my friend Destiny at the park, she brought her best friend. His name was Renell. Okay? And we were all just having fun, smoking weed, you know. We were having fun, you know. We were having a spirit party over here. A happy party. Enjoying life, as we should. Hello? Literally. And I'm going to tell you guys something. This is just very important because this guy had green eyes, okay? His name was Renell. You know, he was tall, dark, and he was cute. At first, I didn't like him, but only because that was Destiny's best friend, and I just felt really weird. But, you know, we ended up having sex after a few things. But anyway, now that was just important because it was a manifestation. That happened 4 years later. Yeah, it was 4 years later, but it still happened now, didn't it? Yes, it did. It doesn't matter if it's 4 years or 9 years. No, it doesn't. The fact that it still happened is just absolutely insane. And I have a lot more after that. After I graduated was when it all changed, okay? Everything changed in my life. My whole mind was blown. Especially after my second boyfriend. Now, after me and my first boyfriend, Renell, broke up, I was really depressed. And I would watch this man named Infinite Waters. Okay? And I'm going to tell you guys something. Infinite Waters was literally like my spirit coach, okay? Infinite Waters. He's this black man on YouTube. Very nice man. He literally was my spirit coach, okay? He was like my spirit guide. And I was just thinking to myself, my dog is getting old. And he's fat. You know? Maybe I should take him on a walk. And I was just thinking that in my head. And then all of a sudden, in the video, he goes, you should take your dog for a walk. I said, what? That was about the first time I noticed a giant synchronicity. That shit scared me. Huh? I was literally just thinking about that. And then all of a sudden you're going, you should take your dog for a walk. And then after I went, huh? He goes, yeah, you should take your dog for a walk. I said, okay. So I listened. Okay? And that was very important. Because Although I thought I was going insane, I knew I wasn't, because these synchronicities started happening more and more throughout the months and months. So I'm going to tell you guys something. I'd go on walks with my dog, and I started going crazy. I thought leaves were spiritual signs from the universe. I thought that the leaves meant, a sign. I don't know. I always just looked at it and went, that's a sign. But I didn't know of what. Okay? But it plays into the future, which is really weird. It's like fucking foreshadowing in a book. I remember, because I did that for like a year. I was single for like a year, always taking my dogs for a walk with no job. This was my main isolation part. And I was smoking weed, listening to the same song over and over again by Jhené Aiko, Sativa. Okay? And I had a crush on this guy in high school. His name was Miles. He was the guy that introduced me to weed. And after me and Rennell broke up, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go for Miles. Miles is gonna be my next guy. But I'm gonna tell you guys something. Although it did happen later, it was insane. So here's what happened, guys. Took my dogs for a walk every day. Started listening to the same song over and over and over again. I felt like the song was talking to me. I felt like Jhené Aiko understood me on a spiritual level. I thought she, knew me. Like, I thought she was feeling my feelings. Because I just knew it. Because her music was so sad. It was so sad. And then she was talking about her brother dying and stuff like that. And that just really spoke to me because, I was so depressed. I thought that that's how I would feel if my brother had died. I was just so isolated and so depressed. I thought I was alone. And then here she is with her music, giving me some sort of spiritual love because I was crying to her every day, listening to her song every day. Thank you so much for existing, Jhené Aiko. Thank you so much. Please continue to make songs, please. I don't listen to her anymore because she makes me so sad. She reminds me of that time in my life, and I just really don't want to remember. So yeah, so there's that. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I felt like the song was speaking to me. Okay? And then after, I started listening to other songs after a year of listening to the same song over and over and over again, and that's all I did. All day was listen to the same song over and over again and smoke weed, thinking about Miles. And then I had a dream. I had a dream that I was in a swamp and that I was getting my feet stuck in the mud and that it was going to be an arduous journey. But then I had a flash of me asking Miles to have sex because that's what I wanted. So that's what I ended up doing. I asked him if he would have sex with me, because I had a dream about it. And I think the dream was telling me how to manifest it, because I sure as fuck, I guess I didn't understand how to, because I was just a little girl, a little 18-year-old girl or whatever, 17, I don't know. And then I was like, yep, I guess I'll do that. So I did. And then we hung out a few times, but we never actually did anything. And then a whole year went by. Okay, so I guess it was 2 years of that. But anyway, I don't know. I just thought I was so in love with him, even though we haven't hung out since high school. And I just started eventually hating the guy. I just hated him so much because we used to be friends in high school. And now all of a sudden, he stopped talking to me. Why? I don't know. Because I had the biggest crush on him, and now, all of a sudden, now that I think I'm so in love with him, he doesn't want to talk to me? Yeah, I ended up hating him. Okay? This was before me and him dated. I hated him, which, that's not good. Uh-oh. Don't do that. Trust me. Yeah, don't do that. So, after this song started talking to me, it would say names like Miles in the song, which is the guy I wanted to manifest. And it said other names of people I knew, like Destiny, and stuff like that. Not very common names, but it said all the names in the music, and I was like, what? That's so weird. Oh, like, I don't know. It was speaking to me on a spiritual level, and you'll know. Trust me. But yeah, it was telling me I can get everything I wanted as long as the stars align within myself. You know? The stars will align within yourself, and then it'll happen. That's what it said. And I was like, wow, that really gives me hope. And then, you know, months and months go by, and then I'm like, oh my God, I'm scrolling through Facebook. This is where I meet my second partner, who isn't Miles. It's a guy who is literally an angel. I was going through the worst time of my life, okay? Oh, shit. Okay, we're not gonna cry. We're gonna talk about Elijah. So, Elijah, hi, buddy. We're gonna talk about Elijah. Sorry. I don't want to cry. But, like, literally, I was going through the worst time of my life, okay? And literally, like, Elijah, not only is that a biblical name of an angel, but, like, literally, he was like a fucking angel that was sent to me from heaven, you know? And, like, he just, like, gave me so much spiritual enlightenment in every single way. So I'm going to tell you guys this story of me and Elijah. So it was a very short story, but it was so beautiful, okay? Because, like, literally just how it happened was so beautiful. And, like, literally he was like an angel. Like, the whole time I just felt like he was like an angel, you know? I don't know. Like, it's hard to think he wasn't an angel, but I'm going to tell you guys the story. Okay, so you know Infinite Waters, the guy that I was talking about that told me to walk my dog right after I thought I was going to, you know, my dog was getting fat and, like, I needed a sign, and oh my God, I got a sign right after I thought that I needed to walk my dog. This video said, yeah, you should walk your dog. I said, what the fuck? That guy, this guy would always talk about the cat down the road. Now, when he talked about the cat down the road, I would watch his videos a lot. And every time he would talk about the cat down the road, I thought he was talking about my soulmate. So, I thought he meant my soulmate lived down the road, and he was the cat down the road. Guys, Elijah, this guy I met on Facebook, okay? We had a lot of synchronicities together. Okay, here's what happened. He ended up living down the road from me. Literally, like, down the road. Like a street. Okay? And I thought that's what he meant in his video. I thought he lived down the road. I was like, wow. Okay. You live down the road? Oh, fuck, he actually lives down the fucking road. This happened, like, I think 6 months later after I saw that video and saw those signs. So, you know, it has time that passes. But it doesn't mean that it's not a sign just because it doesn't happen right away. Okay, everybody? Just listen. Literally. This is a very personal experience for me. Like, literally. So, I see this guy on Facebook. His name is Elijah. And I'm like, wow, he's so hot. He's like the hottest guy I've ever seen. Okay? And I was like, wow. And then I click on his profile, and he has a picture of this girl with a gap in her teeth, like this model. And I'm like, wow, that's like a sign. A sign that he likes gaps, so he probably thinks I'm cute, right? It was a sign. I'm gonna tell you that fucking much. Because guess fucking what? We ended up being together. I don't know. I just saw it as a sign, and guess what, bitch? It was a sign. And not only that, we started before we started talking, I just had a feeling that he would comment on my Facebook posts. Because I was thinking about him, I was like, well, I have a feeling he'll comment on it. Because I was talking about bike riding and Audacity and music and stuff. And I don't know, I just had a feeling. And lo and behold, there he goes, commenting on my posts. I'm like, oh, I was right. Yeah, he's going to comment on my posts. And then he did. How often does this happen? I don't know. But that was definitely, I felt that way for a reason. Okay, everybody? So, literally. That was very weird. And then after that, we started talking. Okay, we started talking, messaging each other, okay? And then that day that I started talking to him on Facebook, something inside of me, I had a thought that went, yeah, I think it's time to go take my dog for a walk. And although I really didn't want to, I said, well, something inside of me tells me that I need to go do that. So I listened. Okay? So I take my pug for a walk, and I go down the street, and all of a sudden, I see Elijah on his fucking bike, and I'm like, oh my God, is that Elijah? Literally right outside of my house. Right when I leave the house. Okay? That was not a coincidence. I can tell you that fucking much. The same day we start messaging each other, the same day. No. The same exact fucking moment after I leave my house with my dog? Huh? If that's not a perfect synchronicity, I don't know what is. You know? I don't know what is. So I'm going to tell you guys more of the story because there's more. There was an abundance of synchronicities in this whole interaction with Mr. Elijah. And that's why it was so magical and important to me. Because of everything that I had experienced before him. Okay? I had fucking gotten a sign from God that told me he lived down the street. And this motherfucker ended up living down the street. Down the road. Right down the road. Just one street away. What? If that's not a coincidence, I don't know what is, okay? So literally. Yeah, so even he thought it was weird, because after that walk, I was like, oh my God, I have a feeling. Here's what I thought. I had a feeling he's going to message me and be like, oh my God, I just saw you on my bike. And there we go. I go home. Surely enough, he said exactly what I thought he'd say. Okay? Yeah. Literally. And I was like, yeah, that's so weird. That's so weird. You know? So we just started talking. I don't even know what we were talking about. And then, I was talking about, bike riding. And then, I guess we planned to go bike riding together. Because he likes riding bikes and I had a bike. So I was like, well, why not? He likes riding bikes. And I have a bike. So why not, you know? So literally, we planned a day to go bike riding. This is an important story. Just listen. So we went for the bike ride. I'm going to tell you guys every single moment that I remember having with him because a lot of them were very spiritual and very magical. Just listen. So literally we went for our first bike ride together. And literally I saw signs, I saw these stickers on his bike that said Playboy and all this stuff. And I looked at him and I said, I know what those stickers mean. And he goes, what do you mean? And I go, yeah, that's a sign that you're a Playboy. And then he goes, no, I'm not. And I go, yeah, you are. I know, that's a sign. And he goes, whatever. So literally, I didn't care, but I knew it was a sign. So literally, after that, I go home, and then I have a feeling. I told myself, I had a thought that told me he was going to ask me out on a date after we went for the bike ride. And lo and behold, I was right. Because he did ask me out on a date. He asked me out on a date. And he goes, "You're so cute. I want to take you out on a date. Do you want to go get smoothies?" I said, "Yes, bitch." Why is this so dramatic? I don't know. But that's literally what happened. So yeah, I remember everything. It was just magical, bitch. The fuck? So anyway, that's what happened. Like, literally. There's so much. But I'm gonna explain it all. So literally, we went on a date. You know, the date was weird because his cousin was there, and his cousin was weird, and he was talking about, like, he was pretty much making jokes about me and Elijah having sex and getting all sweaty together. And I just thought it was really weird. I was like, oh, okay. And it was just kind of quiet the whole time they were talking, because I just thought it was really weird and awkward. Because it was. So, yeah. But anyway, there's that. And then I was just thinking to myself, yep, that was a weird first date. So, yeah. And then, after that, I started talking to Miles, which is the guy I was having a crush on, which was the guy I was in love with, or whatever. Not really, that I had a crush on for years, because I wasn't in love with him, trust me. I didn't know what love was, but I thought I did, you know what I mean? So, I started talking to him because I had a feeling Elijah was a playboy, because I saw the signs on his bike, and I know that, you know, I know when God's talking to me, trust me. I know. Okay, so literally, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna text Miles and, like, see what's going on, whatever. I don't know, I just wanted to be Miles' friend or whatever. That's really what I wanted. So, yeah, but, like, Miles tried to flirt with me, and I knew that that was gonna happen once me and Elijah started talking, because that's about right, that you would want me once I like somebody else. Yeah, of course that's about right. Thanks for that. Yeah, okay. I've liked you for so long, and now all of a sudden you want to talk to me now that I like somebody else? Great. Yeah, I'll still talk to you, because I've wanted you for so long. Yay! But I still hated you. Yep, I fucking hated you. So literally, me and Elijah, we were still talking. And I told Elijah I was talking to Miles. I said, yeah, I'm talking to Miles because, well, I don't know. Why not? Like, literally. I don't know, I just told him I thought you were a playboy, and, well, I'm gonna talk to Miles then, because, saw the signs on your bike. Sorry, guy. Like, that's literally what it was. But yeah. So, Elijah, okay, trust me. On the next date that we had, he had, listen to me, girl, and do not judge me for this. He had a hickey on his neck, okay, on our second date. Okay. And I don't know if this was before or after we cuddled. I think it was after, which is not good, because I was at a point in my life where I was, like, innocent. Like, I was literally innocent, and, like, I didn't even want to cuddle with him because I thought he was gonna fucking playboy me. And I was right, because after we did, he ended up having a hickey on his neck, like, the next date we had. And I was like, I looked at him, and I just kind of stayed quiet. And I was like, okay. And then eventually I was like, I like your hickey on your neck. I like your hickey that you have. So red. And I know that's not for me because we didn't make out, you know? And I was just like, yeah. So why is that there on a date with me? Yeah, after we cuddled, I don't know. Sure, we were 18, but see, that's why I didn't want to cuddle with you. Does that make sense to you? That's why I was talking to Miles, which I probably shouldn't have done, but it's also because I already knew he was a playboy. I saw the signs on his bike, and I was right, okay? I didn't have a hickey. I never even touched Miles before that happened, okay? Like, literally. I was just talking to him. Like, as a buddy, pretty much. Almost. Except he was trying to flirt with me, but I didn't care. That's how guy friends are anyway. They'll always want to try to flirt with you. But anyway, that's what happened. And, you know, I'm going to tell you guys something. When me and him cuddled, okay, it felt like the stars collided. Like, literally. It felt like the universe was, like, tingling and, like, everything was in perfect harmony. I don't know. It felt magical. Okay, and I never thought that that was possible touching somebody because I thought it was just gonna feel like skin. It didn't just feel like skin, it felt like a spiritual fucking bang. Spiritual bang. I didn't even know that was possible. But yeah, there's that. That was also a spiritual experience. But so was the fact that I had thought he was a playboy and he ended up being one. Was it because my thoughts? I don't know. Was it because I thought he was going to do that? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I really don't. Maybe it was all my fault. Maybe it was because I can't control my thoughts enough. I don't know. Maybe that's why. Maybe I just need to learn how to control my thoughts more, and then nobody will cheat on me. Because I'll say, yep, they'll never cheat on me because I'm so beautiful and they love me so much. That's what I'm going to do at my next relationship. Hopefully that'll work forever. But yeah. So, you know, there's more. I'm sorry. This is a long process. But, you know, after the hickey thing, it was just, you know, I don't know. It was just really weird. But I'm going to tell you guys, I had the best dreams when I lay down with Elijah. Like, I never had such vivid, beautiful dreams. Like, I've never had dreams like that my whole life. I'm going to tell you fucking something. I've never had dreams like that my whole life. Such beautiful, positive vibrations inside of my skull just vibrating and hallucinating at night. Like, I don't know. It was just the most beautiful dreams you could ever fucking have. Like, the most positive things. Like, nothing felt bad. It was just beautiful. And I never had dreams like that. I want dreams like that again, bitch. Come back. No, it's just saying, like, literally, bitch. I want to go to sleep and have nice dreams for fucking once. I'm tired of having these weird dreams that don't make any fucking sense. Because every dream I had with him made fucking sense. Even when he wasn't there next to me, I felt it in my body. I don't know. So yeah. Yeah, guys. I'm going to tell you guys something. When you have somebody like Elijah, who is just gives you the best dreams ever, even if he makes mistakes, okay? He is 18. Okay, he's 18, and if you never felt that way about anybody, bitch, you might never. You might never feel like that again, bitch, because I fucking still haven't felt like that with anybody. Not even a woman. And I thought I was gay until Elijah. Because literally, I'm going to tell you guys something. I was sitting next to him on the couch before we cuddled ever. And I felt my pussy throbbing. I said, what the fuck? Why's my pussy throbbing? And then, yeah, it was, I don't know. And then, I'm going to tell you guys about that, actually. So, before we cuddled, we were on the couch. And we were watching movies, and I started cracking up, okay? And he was like, ah, you're so cute when you laugh. And I was like, ah, and I couldn't stop laughing. And, like, literally, like, I don't know, my pussy was throbbing. I was like, oh my god, why's my pussy throbbing? Because, like, I've never had that happen. Like, ever. And I just thought it was really weird because he's a guy. And I was just like, okay, well, that's really weird. And then, like, literally. And then after that, I had a feeling that he was going to ask me to cuddle with him. And, like, a few minutes, like, I think it was, like, a minute later, he asked me to cuddle with him. Right after, like, I thought that. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay. So, that stuff, it was, like, synchronicities everywhere. Okay? And it was just really weird. And it's just super, super weird that even has happened, okay? Okay, so enough about Elijah, okay? I had a lot of weird things happen with him. But, yeah, I had a lot of weird things happen with Miles, but we're not talking about him. It was mostly negative. Negative synchronicities are a thing. When they're positive, go that direction. Do not go with the other person who is giving you negative vibrations. If you are getting positive vibrations that you never felt before, go that way, bitch. Just fucking do it. Trust me. Even if they make a mistake, just fucking do it. 'Cause you'll regret it, bitch. I'm just gonna tell you guys, I regretted, not giving him a chance because I never felt like that. Ever in my whole life. Okay? Ever. And I'm gonna tell you guys what. The day I broke up with Elijah because he was playboying. He was playboying like I had been obsessed over. I was obsessing over it. I was like, yes, I know he's gonna cheat on me. I know he's gonna cheat on me. I know he's gonna cheat on me. I think that was the problem. Because I was controlling my mind the whole time. I was thinking that he thinks I'm so cute. I was thinking that he thinks I'm beautiful. I was thinking that he thinks all these good things about me. And then all of a sudden I started thinking he's gonna cheat on me. He's gonna cheat on me. He's gonna cheat on me. And then lo and fucking behold, my stepdad saw him walking with another girl. And then I was like, Elijah, why are you walking with another girl? And he's like, well, that wasn't me. It's like, what do you mean that wasn't you? My stepdad saw you. Like, that kind of thing. So I broke up with him because he lied. And that's why. Okay? And, like, literally, I don't like being lied to, but, like, honestly, I should have just let it go. Because, I loved the fucking guy. Like, I felt like me and him had, like, the best spiritual connection. Like, every time we would text each other, like, I would think about something, and all of a sudden he would say something exactly pertaining to what I was thinking about. And I'd be like, oh my God, Elijah, I was just thinking about that. Like, that kind of stuff happened the whole time. And one time we were talking about musicians, and then I was thinking about Cannibal Corpse, and then the next second he said something about Cannibal Corpse. I was like, what the flying fuck? We're in sync. And we were, okay? We were in sync. And I've never felt like such a spiritual connection through texting or through anything like that. Like, literally. That was literally insane. And, like, when we texted, like, my brain was, like, throbbing. I was having, like, a brain orgasm. I'm sorry, I just burped. But, like, literally, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you guys about this experience. It was a very spiritual experience for me, trust me. So, yeah, if I ever fall in love again, if they make mistakes, I'm just gonna have to learn how to forgive. Because, honestly, yeah, if you love somebody, you'll forgive them, and that's the fucking facts. Even if they are fucking crazy. Maybe you shouldn't cuddle with them. Maybe that's what you should do. But, if you're in love with them, just fucking... how do you think they last 70 years? They forgive each other. That's how you last forever. You fucking forgive each other, and that's it. So, yeah. There's my advice to you guys. Even if you cheat on somebody, learn how to forgive. Because, honestly, we're all people. And if you want to last 70 years with somebody, the chances of you guys sleeping with each other forever is probably 0. Because people have fights. People have times where they don't feel loved. And they want to go somewhere else. Okay? Literally. I'm telling you guys this. Just trust me. Listen to the sign from the universe. So, yeah. Literally, guys. So, yeah. And then me and Elijah broke up, all this stuff. I just had a bunch of synchronicities. There were times where I thought, he thought I was autistic. I don't know why I thought that. And then all of a sudden, like, later he told me he thought I was autistic or something. I was like, wow, I guess my thought was right. I guess you do think I'm autistic. But, like, I was like, wow, okay, whatever. Like, why the fuck would you think that? For fucking first of all. And second of all, right after I think that, like, why? And then there's been times where I thought he was gonna say, oh, who hurt you? Stuff like that. And then, like, literally he did. Like, he said the exact same words that I thought he was going to say. And I've only known him for a few days or a week or whatever. We only dated for like a week. But I'm telling you guys this. That was literally the most spiritual fucking thing I've ever experienced my whole fucking life. And the most positive in my whole fucking life. And I'm going to tell you guys, that's not a coincidence. And follow your heart, bitch. Like, literally, just go in the direction of the positivity, because you don't want to go where the negativity is, because literally, just trust me. Just trust me. So, yeah. There's that, and that was a big part of my spiritual awakening, because every thought I had was controlled. I was trying to control my thoughts, okay? Also, before me and Elijah met, I was watching these tarot card videos, and they told me I'd get my soulmate within the month. And then I thought, I would get Elijah, and then I did, stuff like that. And it was just really weird. Just everything was really weird. And I'm going to tell you guys that, I don't know. It's just really weird. And then I'm going to tell you guys about Miles. So, Miles. I ended up sleeping with Miles the day after I slept with Elijah, because Elijah was, I don't know, he was kind of pressuring me into sex after I saw him with that other girl walking, and I just thought that wasn't cool. So I was like, okay, well, you want to fucking go walk around with another girl? I'm going to go over here with Miles. I don't know. Why not? I mean, he already knew. I told him. But, like, literally, that's what happened. And, like, me and Elijah weren't together at that time. Okay? FYI. But I'm going to tell you guys what. I slept with Miles the next day. Horrible! No! No! Absolutely not. That whole decision was just rancid and disgusting. I wish I could claw that out of my memory, and I wish I would have never done that, because honestly, every single experience I had with Miles was the worst experience I ever had in my whole entire life. And no, I would never make that decision. If I could go back in the past, I would never talk to Miles, because I hate him. Period. The worst decision of my life. And when you go from someone who you think is an angel, pretty much, as human as an angel can be, okay? As angelic as a human can be, that was Elijah. He always called me gorgeous. He gave me the most angelic feelings that I've ever felt, and made me feel loved, pretty much. And then literally, and it goes to Miles, who treats you like shit, who literally calls you fucking ugly and abuses you. Like, what? That is a mistake. Like, literally, what the flying fuck? Like, I hated Miles before I dated him. I hated him while I was talking to Elijah. I just was talking to him because I thought Elijah was a playboy, and he was. And that's why. Life is so weird. So, yeah. And I'm also going to tell you guys about what happened after me and Miles broke up. Because I'm not talking about Miles no more. Because I don't like his energy, and it's in my head right now. And I'm not accepting that into my life. Thank you. So, yeah. So, after me and Miles broke up, after a year and a half, we're not talking about that at all. Because, honestly, everything was just rancid. And that's the word. It was the worst. Ew. That's it. Oh my god. So yeah, I've never had a guy like that in my whole entire life, and I'm never gonna do that again, ever. So yeah. Everyone. After that, after me and him broke up, literally, actually, while me and him were broken up with Elijah, like, I was talking to both of them at one point, because I was still Elijah's friend for a while, and literally, I was hearing synchronicities in music. So, like, when I hung out with Elijah, he was listening to the kind of music that Miles always listened to, that I've never heard him listen to. And then when I went to Miles's house, he was listening to the same music Elijah listened to. And I know for a fact Miles does not listen to that. So it was just really fucking freaky. I was like, holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. We're all connected. We're all connected. That's when I know, like, we're all connected, because that shit is not normal. Okay? It's just not normal. Ew. So yeah, that was weird. But we're gonna slap Miles in the face, and we're gonna throw him out in the trash. Goodbye. And we're literally gonna go back to Elijah, because this is what happened after. And this was just really weird. And, okay, so I just was thinking I wanted to go to Little Caesars. And I was like, yep, I'm going to go to Little Caesars. And then when I'm outside of Little Caesars, I remember the last time I went there, which happened to be with my friend Shaylin and Elijah. And I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about how fun it was to get pizza and have pizza together. And then I go in the store, and I order my pizza. And then I turn around. Ah! Guess whose face is in my face? Elijah. His face was right here when I turned around. Right after I thought about the last time me and him hung out with my friend Shaylin outside of there, like, I don't know. And I turn around and he's right there. That's just fucking freaky. That shit only happens in movies, okay? Is my life a movie? God, is this funny to you? I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you something. You need to stop. Like, literally. And that's not the only weird thing, guys. Okay? I'm gonna tell you the personal stuff. So, it's just really weird. And years went by, and I haven't talked to Elijah in a while. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, Elijah's in a relationship now, blah, blah, blah. And it's all like this. I'm thinking to myself, I want my soulmate. And I'm like, well, I don't know who my soulmate is, but I'm going to see them tomorrow. And then I go to work the next day. And then all of a sudden, in the drive-thru, right when I get to work, guess who I see in the fucking drive-thru? Elijah. Now, I'm not saying he's my soulmate, but I am saying these weird things are weird. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying these things shouldn't even be happening. Why is this possible? I don't know. Okay? I don't know, because that's just fucking freaky. It really is. And just, what the probability of these things happening is just like, what? 0? Shouldn't that be 0%? I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't. I don't know. But I'm just telling you guys this because it was very weird and very spiritual. So that was the story of me and Elijah. And I don't really want to think about Elijah anymore because, I don't know, frankly, it makes me depressed because I thought he was an angel. And honestly, to me, this day, he is still an angel. He has the name of an angel in the Bible, Elijah. Like, literally. And he looked like an angel. He had long blonde hair, blue eyes. He looked like an angel. He was a beautiful man. I don't know. He did music like an angel. Like an angel. He did smoke cigarettes. And that reminded me of the movie that said, like, angels smoke cigarettes. And I was like, oh my God, he's an angel. Angels smoke cigarettes. That's what it reminded me of. Like, literally, he was like an angel sent to me from heaven. I was in the worst time of my life, and then all of a sudden I was having these spiritual awakenings, and then all of a sudden I get my soulmate? Oh, fuck. His name was Elijah. He was an angel. He was my soulmate for that time. And I'm not saying he will be forever, but I'm definitely saying that he's always going to have a spot in my heart because I always will think he's an angel. You know, there's been a lot of negative experiences in my life where I used Elijah to remember about, you know, the things that could happen. the things that could happen. And I made it to 18 years, and it took me 18 years to get to that point of me meeting Elijah, but it's still so beautiful, you know? Even if it was like a week. But yeah. So yeah, I use him as like my thing where I just kind of think about the things that are, you know, he's like one of, probably like the best experience I've ever had in my whole life. I'm just saying, he's like the best experience I've had so far. I'm not saying forever, but I'm saying so far, definitely. Top spot. Pretty much. In terms of romance and love, definitely the top spot for now. I'm not saying forever, but for now, yeah. Because I'm 23 now, and I was 18 back then, and I still haven't had that. And I'm not saying, I don't know if I ever will again. But if I don't, that's okay, because I already had it. I had it with Elijah. Thank you, dear. Thank you, dear, for, I don't know. I should thank God for that, because I really needed that. I really needed that experience, whatever that was. Just a spiritual awakening. So yeah, there was my big spiritual awakening. And after that, after we broke up, I kind of just slept spiritually. Because I stopped believing. You know, after that, I just stopped believing. Yeah. So there's my spiritual awakening. Oh, that sounds depressing now. But yeah, so if you ever fall in love like that, just fucking never break up with them. I'm not joking, just don't. Don't break up with them, ever. Even if they fuck around, just don't. If you never felt that way and they give you the best dreams you've ever had and they treat you like a fucking queen, like why the fuck would you break up with them if they make a mistake, bitch? Do not. Especially if you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life, bitch. Excuse me? I'm not saying well, I don't know, I might regret it for the rest of my life. But I'm definitely gonna tell you guys something. That was an angel. From heaven. Okay? And I know, because of the synchronicities and the signs from God. And I was controlling my thoughts, and my reality was replying and complying to what I was thinking about. What I thought would happen, happened. Literally. So everyone, have a good day. And hopefully I'll awaken spiritually soon. And hopefully I'll have my soulmate soon, because honestly, I'm ready for another weird coincidence. Actually, I'm going to tell you guys about another few experiences I've had recently. So, one time, I saw this guy from Wendy's, and I was like, oh yeah, he's really cute, and he made my brain throb. This was a different guy than Elijah, obviously. This was after Elijah. I'm telling you guys this because it's involving synchronicities. So, you know, I at the time wanted a Rottweiler, and I was like, I really want a Rottweiler. And then, like, literally, the guy, like, I see the guy walking his Rottweiler, the same guy, and I was like, wow, he has a Rottweiler? I want a Rottweiler. That's weird, you know? That's kind of weird, you know? And then, like, I kept seeing, like, loose dogs or something. And then, like, literally, like, I don't know, he was walking his dog, and I don't know. And we never actually talked really, but it was just like kind of weird. And then like years later, I drew him because I thought he was cute. And I remember like he came in the door like this, like did a little peace sign. I just thought that was cute. So I drew that. And like literally, that's what artists do, bitch. And like literally, I told myself after that day that I drew him that I would get a sign from the universe. And I'm going to tell you guys what. I didn't believe it. I just said, yeah, I'm going to get a sign. Maybe I'll get a sign. Actually, maybe I'll say I'll get a sign tomorrow. I want to say I'll get a sign tomorrow. Maybe I'll update you guys if I get a sign tomorrow. I'm going to get a sign tomorrow. I'm going to get a sign. I want my soulmate. How's that? What if I wish for my soulmate and then tomorrow I meet my soulmate? Wouldn't that be funny? I'll definitely update you guys if that ever happens, okay? Because synchronicities are abundant in this life. But I'm going to definitely tell you guys, I'm recording my synchronicities, okay? I am keeping a synchronicity diary on this channel. And this is a part of my diary, and this is a very important story in synchronicities and in keeping your life interesting, and knowing that you're not crazy, and knowing that if you fall in love, to never let go, okay? Just don't. Trust me, because you never know when you'll feel like that again. You don't know if you're ever going to feel like that again, okay? And if you do, just stay. Stay with that person, okay? If they make you feel that good, you need to stay. Okay? All right, so everyone, I got the sign from the guy from Wendy's the next day because I went to Wendy's. And then I ordered a sandwich, and then I went to work. And then at work, I got a text from this girl. And I haven't been to Wendy's in 2 years. Okay? And this was the day after I drew the guy from Wendy's. And the day after I told myself I'd get a sign. So this sign was a girl from that said my phone number was on the Wendy's wall. And I said, what the fuck? How'd that happen? So I don't know. It was just really weird. It had nothing to do with him, but it was just a really weird synchronicity. And I'm going to tell you guys what. I went to that fucking Wendy's. There's nothing on that fucking wall. Nothing. That was a weird synchronicity, but I don't know what it means. At all. But that girl, literally, when I told her about manifesting and stuff, she knew what I meant. She said, oh my God, people always think I'm crazy. I said, yeah, they usually do that. And the fact that she believed in manifesting and she texted me is just really weird. The day after I draw this guy from Wendy's saying, I'll get a sign. I get a sign the next day. Excuse me? This has happened twice in my life already. Once with Elijah, and once with this random guy at Wendy's, and then some weird girl texts me. I haven't been to Wendy's for years, so there's no way my phone number could have been on. Well, I don't know how she got my number. I don't know. But I'm telling you guys, it was just really weird. Synchronicities are abundant. And I'm going to tell you guys about the time where I said I was going to move out. And I was like, well, I'm really going to need a luggage. And then I go to the gym, and then I see a brand new luggage on the side of the road. And then I go to the gym, and just to make sure that that's nobody's. And then I come back, and it's still there after an hour. So I'm like, okay, I'm taking it. So I took it home. And that's about the last synchronicity I had. So, yeah. Everyone have a good day. I am going to keep track of my synchronicities. I will keep track for the history of mankind, and for metaphysicists and for philosophers, because I know the internet will always be there. And I'm going to be on the internet to teach you guys about synchronicities. Because synchronicities are real, okay? They're magical, they're weird. Spiritual experiences are weird. I don't want to talk about the negative ones, because they're scary. And bringing that energy, I notice once I start talking about it, I just start getting scared. Like right now, I'm getting scared. So I don't like to talk about it. Because once I start getting scared, I start manifesting scary things, and I do not want that. So that's why I won't talk about it. But I'll talk about the weird, cool things, but not the scary ones, because I've definitely had some scary ones, and I've told you guys a few. My scary manifestations, just look it up on my channel. Literally, they're real stories. Really weird, and every single one of those videos I made, afterwards, I could not sleep. I was so scared because I was thinking about it. I was thinking about that, and I was like, why did this happen? Why did this happen? Because it really happened, and it just scared the shit out of me, and I don't want to talk about it. So you guys watch those videos, but I'm not going to watch those videos. I'm not going to watch those videos. I'll share them with you, but I do not want to talk about them anymore, because honestly, there's more than what I said, but those were the main ones. And if I ever have anything significant like that, like super big, happen to me like that again, I probably will share it. But I don't like talking about it, because it scared the fucking shit out of me. So everyone have a good day. And I hope you enjoyed my story, and I hope that I helped you with whatever you're going through, because I wish I would have had someone to help me with what I'm going through, like Infinite Waters, except like me. because I have had a personal spiritual awakening that I thought was, me going insane, but I actually was just turning into God. Pretty much. Having a spiritual awakening is turning into God. Knowing that your thoughts are the true creator. And that your feelings, you listen to your thoughts and your feelings, you listen to your thoughts and feelings, and you trust in your thoughts and feelings, because guess fucking what? You are God, you are gorgeous, you are beautiful, you can manifest whatever the fuck you want. You can manifest that gorgeous guy over there. You sit there and tell yourself he is going to message you. You tell yourself that he likes you. You tell yourself that. You know it, okay? You don't fucking tell yourself, oh, I'm too ugly. No, you're gonna fucking know. You're gonna tell yourself, yes, he's gonna message me. And then just trust me, he's gonna fucking message you. He's gonna comment on your posts. Okay? Just trust me. That shit, when you believe in it, and when you have thoughts, and use your imagination, use it to the fullest. Just imagine you know what he's thinking, and just think it's all good. Just think, oh yeah, he just thinks I'm the best, and I remind him of his best friend, his childhood friend, and I'm just so cool, and blah, blah, blah. Just fucking fuck around with your imagination, because it works. I'm telling you guys this. You think in whatever thought pattern you want, because as long as it's good, I swear to God, it'll all be good. But do not put yourself down. Do not think for a second that this person will cheat on you, because guess fucking what? You're too good to be cheated on. And even if they do cheat on you, if you are in love with them, just understand, maybe it was you, maybe it's your thoughts, not you, okay? I think it was your thoughts, so maybe you fix your thoughts and no, okay? It won't happen, because they're in love with you. Just trust me. Okay, so everyone have a good day. I hope I make sense. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.